But the champion did say a few moments ago that each week thousands of people watch for him here on the World Championship Wrestling. That's correct. Millions are watching each week, and we do have the World Champion. Let me just say that Texas appears to be a spot where you seem to have some problems. Kerry Von Erich, Stan Hansen is after you in the World Heavyweight Championship. And we've got another young man that I want you to particularly take a look at. He's from Sweetwater, Texas. His name is Barry Windham.
Fantastic athlete. I can't say anything bad about Barry Windham. He's a top quality wrestler, and sooner or later, if given the opportunity, he might get in the ring with me, and he might have a chance to prove just how good he is.
Well, there we see him. There's Barry Windham to the left in the light blue trunks going up against Golden Boy Gray. One fall with a 10-minute time limit on this match. Barry Windham, of course, at 240 pounds, but he is a tall, angular Texan, great tendon strength, and a great competitor.
6'7", 245 pounds, still growing. Obviously, Barry Windham has made a tremendous name for himself in our great sport of professional wrestling. And I'm not going to make light of that for a second, Gordon. You know, for me to stand out here and tell everybody that I'm the greatest, I'm saying something everybody already knows. Barry Windham someday could be the greatest. Right now, he's just a top competitor looking to follow in the footsteps of Ric Flair. The difference is, Gordon, class. You know, and I know, that the fine line between class and would-be class is a very narrow margin. A lot of people want the recognition of being something they're not. I'm the world heavyweight champion. I wrestle for the National Wrestling Alliance, the big daddy of all professional wrestling. I stand here with great pride with the legendary Gordon Soley, the dean of professional wrestling, a man who obviously stands side by side with the National Wrestling Alliance. I travel through the Carolinas, I travel through Georgia, I travel through Michigan, Ohio, New York, Boston, Philadelphia, LA, San Francisco, St. Louis, Kansas City, you name it. When they want big-time wrestling at its best, they look for Ric Flair.
Well, of course, you did have, from early on, from your childhood, the very best of education.
I was born with a golden spoon, Gordon. My daddy's got more money than you and I could count in the next 3 days. My mom was a famous author. They brought me up right. I had to have the gold. And when I was 23 years old, I went after it. When I was 29 years old, I won it.
Well, and of course, you're talking about the difference in class and background and breeding and this sort of thing. And you've got some great men that have been after you for that title, including this young fella right here, Barry Windham. Talking about Stan Hansen, another fellow, Ronnie Garvin.
They're both Texans, and I just told you how I feel about Texas. You got to know the women down there go wild when they see Ric Flair because they're starved for the sight of a real man, just like the state of Georgia. I come through here, they're tired of looking at people in pickup trucks. They're tired of looking at the Atlanta Falcons and any other thing that hangs around this town. They want to see class. They want to see the best. They want to see Ric Flair.
Barry Windham with an impressive victory, using that lariat very, very effectively. And, of course, the one title still eludes you, and that's the World TV Championship.
Well, let me say this. I made that challenge several weeks ago. Unfortunately, I couldn't be here right away. But, Garvin, I'm going to be back on this show later on, and I've got some words of wisdom for you, Daddy. Woo!
Thank you so very much. The NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Ric Flair, will be right back.